I guarantee that by the end of this video, you're going to be able to narrow down all your ideas into one idea that's your unique source and guaranteed to make you money. Whether it's a business idea, a side hustle idea, a YouTube idea, or even a career idea, you're finally going to have clarity and be able to focus on one thing, because I know you're multi-passionate and you want to be able to do all the things that you love at the same time. So you go from one idea to the next idea, you start this project and then the next, but you've got nothing to show for it and you're still in the same place. I'm about to solve that problem for you. I'm a multi-passionate, babe. If you watch my old YouTube videos, I spoke about fashion, beauty, lifestyle, getting snatched, luxury, finance. I'm not only passionate about those things, but I'm the type of person that if I love something, I'm going to invest everything into mastering it. But I wasn't successful because I had my eggs in different baskets. What was a game changer for me and what helped me identify my unique source is something that's called the Ikigai. Before we get into that, I want to talk about how being the jack of all trades and the master of none actually affects you. If I was to tell you that I hid $3 million in your back garden, 1 million in each hole, right? And all you had to do to get it was to dig up those 3 holes in 2 hours. Somebody who's multi-passionate and has too many ideas will probably spend about 20 minutes digging up the first hole. They'll get frustrated or bored that they're not getting to the bottom of the hole. Then they'll move on to the second hole, probably spend about 20 minutes again, get frustrated, get bored, move on to the third. So that's an hour and a half that they would have wasted, and they'll spend the next half an hour panicking that they're running out of time, they're not going to be able to find the $3 million, and divide that half an hour into digging up hole 1, hole 2 and hole 3 and end up with nothing. Whereas somebody who's focused would dedicate their time to digging up hole number 1 right till the end, so now they're guaranteed to have $1 million. And let's say it took them 45 minutes to dig up hole number 1, now they can spend another 45 minutes digging up hole number 2, meaning they'll have $2 million. It might not be the full $3 million, but it's better than the multi-passionate person with too many ideas that's went from one hole to the next hole to the next hole and has ended up with nothing. That's the same thing when you have so many business ideas, so many YouTube ideas, so many career ideas. You end up with 3 undug holes and no money. And that's what it means to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. So how was I able to narrow down my YouTube and business ideas? I found out about the Ikigai, which is a Japanese concept about your reason for being. I'll pop up a picture here. It includes your passion, your mission, your vocation, and your profession. I had a client ask me in a session the other day, how are you so motivated to run your business and create content as a single mom? And I told her I go to bed and wake up in the morning excited for my reason for being, excited to follow my purpose. I don't dread waking up or drag my feet because I have to go to a job that I hate, that's literally sucking the life out of me, because helping people help themselves is my reason for being. I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pen, or you can use a template in the description box, because when I was looking at the Ikigai, it's a well-known phenomenon. I couldn't find any templates that were simple, to the point, and were going to give me the results that I wanted, so I created my own. Feel free to steal mine and use it if you want to. If not, grab a piece of paper and a pen, and I want you to draw a table. And in the first column, the first thing I want you to do is write down all your ideas, every single thing that you've ever wanted to pursue, whether it's a business idea, a YouTube idea, or a career idea. Write every single one of them down. And then in the second columns, I want you to write all the concepts of the Ikigai as the heading: passion, mission, profession, and vocation. And I want you to rate 1 out of 10, 1 being least likely and 10 being most likely, all your ideas against these concepts. Are you with me? For example, one of my passions is to have a fashion brand, because I am a fashion girly. So I would rate it against all the concept. Am I passionate about it? Does it excite me? Do I love it? Is it a mission? Is it something that the world needs? Would people find value from this? Profession, is this something that I'm good at? Vocation, is this something that I can make money from? I would rate each concept from 1 to 10. So I want you to do the same for all your ideas. It doesn't matter if you have so many ideas. That is the purpose of this exercise. Whether you have 1 page or 2 pages, you want to be able to identify what your Ikigai is, what your unique source, so you can finally have clarity and be able to focus on one thing. Once you have rated all your ideas against all these Ikigai concepts, I now want you to add all the scores up. And you guessed it, the one with the highest score, that is your Ikigai. Don't overthink it, don't complicate it. That's your Ikigai, that's your unique source, and that's what you need to be focusing on if you want guaranteed success and guaranteed money. I want to preface this by saying two things. One, finding out your Ikigai doesn't mean that it's going to be smooth sailing. You're going to have your challenges, you're going to have curveballs, but having clarity and focusing on one thing is guaranteed to get you to your end goal quicker, and you're going to enjoy the journey. I speak about living a soft life not just because I'm leading with my feminine energy, I'm working less and making more money, but I'm genuinely enjoying the process of chasing my dreams. It doesn't mean that it's an easy journey, but it's an enjoyable journey because it's my purpose and it's my reason for being. Secondly, just because you've identified your Ikigai doesn't mean that you now take that piece of paper with all your ideas and you throw it away, forget about them, and you never pursue them. No, that's the worst thing that you could do as a multi-passionate person. You are literally dimming your creativity, because somebody who's multi-passionate is a visionary. You can see the bigger picture, you're creative, and you think of all these great ideas. The reason why you want clarity and to be able to focus is because we all know it takes one idea, just one idea for you to become successful. So you want to continue thinking in the bigger picture. You want to continue being creative and thinking of all these big ideas. So what I want you to do is to get a notebook, not just a piece of paper. No, if you want to go out and buy a fancy notebook, do that. Or if you already have a notebook in the house, get a notebook and then transfer all the other ideas into this notebook. Every single time that you think of another great idea, jot it down in the notebook, because what it does, it releases the idea from your head and allows you to continue being focused on your Ikigai and your unique source. Because the reason why we get so overwhelmed as multi-passionate people is because we have a lot going on in our head. So you need to be able to transfer everything or most things that are in your head into your notebook. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't pursue them, it doesn't mean that you should forget about them, but it's giving you the clarity and the space to be able to focus on one thing. And then you give yourself a milestone from your Ikigai. It might be having 10k months, it might be having 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, it might be having a 6-figure salary. Once you reach that milestone, now you can give yourself the freedom to be able to explore your notebook and think, what other idea do I want to pursue? Sometimes you might find that you might no longer be interested in some of the ideas that you have in your notebook, or even if you do still have interest, you now have the time, the luxury to be able to pursue another passion because you are now successful at this main passion, your Ikigai. That's where you find a lot of people who have multiple businesses or multiple passions where they're so successful. They didn't just pursue everything at the same time. They pursued their reason for being, their unique source, their Ikigai. And then once they became successful at this one thing, they now had the freedom to be able to explore and pursue other passions. So if you're a multi-passionate babe like myself, I want you to do something for me right this moment, right this second. Comment unique source to make a promise to yourself that you're going to identify your reason for being, your unique source, your Ikigai. You're going to give yourself clarity to be able to focus on one thing and become successful. I hope this video has been useful. If it has, like this video so I know you want more videos like this. Subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified every single time that I upload a video, and I will see you in an upcoming video. Mwah. Bye, lovelies.